All right, y'all, I'm back with another one in the Shut Up and Fight series. This time up, my number one pound for pound fighter in the world, Terence Bud Crawford. It's overdue. Bud Crawford, we hear you talking about the Errol Spence Jr. fight that we all know isn't fixing to happen anytime soon. Errol Spence Jr. still doing what he said he was going to do, which is clean up his side of the street. So unfortunately, that puts us fans in a situation where we got to take a wait and see approach. Terence Bud Crawford, we know you're not a man who's going to sit and wait on nobody. So, and you, in your court, now lies the ball for you to pick up and decide where you're going to go. You got Shawn Porter out there calling your name every once in a while. You got this blue chip prospect, Boots Ennis, calling your name. You got another blue chip prospect in Ortiz calling your name. Then you got Manny Pacquiao, who you say you want, who seems to be playing with you, talking about he may fight you, he may not fight you. If he can get a king's ransom, he will fight you. Mikey Garcia said he'd fight you if you work with Top Rank. That doesn't seem like he's serious. But what we need to know, Bud Crawford, who do you want to fight? And who do you want to fight next? We know you want to fight Errol Spence Jr. We know the Keith Thurman fight negotiations didn't go anywhere. We know that Shawn Porter is in the number one spot for the WBO, saying he's the mandatory. So we need to know as fans, or I'll just speak for myself as a boxing fan. I want to know what Terence Crawford wants to do. Who is Terence Crawford going to fight? Because last I checked, the last fight you had was against Kell Brook. And I want to say that was November last year. So that's month 11. Here we are approaching month 4 of the following year. So it's like 5-6 months before you get in the ring again, at least. We know Top Rank said they weren't really putting on much of anything in April, but or was it March? No, it was April. So May is coming up. But who you want to fight? Who are you going to fight? Forget who you want to fight. Who are you going to make a fight with? Because we're hearing Josecito Lopez, and I think even if that was something you guys were considering and putting fillers out there for, I think it's crystal clear that that's not a fight many people want to see. We need a fight that's going to move the needle. We hear you talking about Canelo and his situation, and I wholeheartedly agree with some of the stuff you said about Canelo and his cautious selectivism or selectivity when it comes to picking opponents. But Bud Crawford, who are you going to fight? It's time to tend to the business that pays you. And that's tending to the fight business for yourself and for your fans who are going to support you. But we got to have a fight on the horizon. Bud Crawford, it's time to shut up and fight. That's all I got to say on the subject. D-Lo 404 Boxing. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm out.